Yeah. Hi everyone. Good afternoon. So guys, as part of the today's session, I just want to give you a quick walkthrough on how exactly we can create a basic program that launches a native application, handle a button and as well as a text field. How are we going to deal with this particular action is the key thing. If you remember, in the previous APM inspector session, we have seen a particular application for which we captured the app activity. Right. The same activity, I want to place it in my program. So I just created a base program for which I'm passing app activity is equal to whatever the activity value is there that you have copied from the APK info, just update it here. So I'm passing this set of desired capabilities within this dictionary. Fine. And this is the previous program itself. I just added only this line. Apart from that, I haven't done anything. The app file, I'm pointing to this particular app, and the app activity, I'm just giving this particular activity. So let me reload the session that I have in the APM inspector for now. Okay, start the session. Okay, so failed to create a session, the request resource could not be found. The reason here is as part of the remote path, you have a slash WebDriver and a hub, which is not required for the 2.x versions of APM. So delete it and now start the session. Okay, you know that for the 2.x versions of APM, you no need to pass the URL slash WebDriver slash hub that we are not passing. We are passing the APM server URL till 4723 port itself. Let me reload it. Okay, I'm just reloading this instance right now. It's just populated this info. And now I want to click on the forms. So choose this forms, guys. As and when I have chosen this forms, this is the XPath that it is populating. Okay. Above this particular element, there is a tab and a send keys option. If it is a text field, you can use a send keys. This is a button. I can perform a tap. Choose this tab. Okay, as and when you have a perform the tap, the action is being performed and the screen got a changed. Okay, the complete screen got a changed, with which we can confirm that. Okay, with which we can confirm that that's a valid locator. So here, what I have done right now, on my mobile, I navigated to my home screen. Now reload this APM inspector. We are on a home screen. This is the XPath. Copy this XPath. Next to the reload button, there is a screen start recording and there is a search for an element option. Choose this search for an element and choose the value from the drop down locator strategy as an XPath and put this XPath value and hit the search button. What are we trying to do means with this attribute whether your APM is able to identify or not. So whenever I have chosen this particular XPath, it was unable to identify that. Okay, perfectly all right. So now what I'm doing is from the center portion of the screen, there is a source code. I was just choosing this particular source code. Okay, I was just choosing this particular source code and this, if I select this Android visit text view, this is what it is coming up as an XPath. Copy this XPath, again replace this XPath and click on a search. As and when you clicked on a search, I was able to identify one element and you perform a tab that's been performing the tab operation on that element, with which I can confirm that this is the valid element. Okay, this is the valid element. Perfect. Let's take a pause here from the inspector at this point. Come back here. In your editor, write down a code that will be interacting. So that will be interacting with those elements. Driver is an element in which I'm using a find element. I am asking my driver to find an element by using its XPath and the value for that particular X path is there in your inspector. Copy it, come back to the program, put it here. And this is a kind of a button, right? An option for which you will be using a click command. Manually also you will be using a click command. So I have written the same click command here. Okay, perfectly all right. Let me try to run this particular program and check out whether this action is performing or not. So here my program started executing in the Pycharm editor, and it launched an app on that mobile device. As I have a given 3 seconds, so it performed the click operation, and then after 3 seconds it terminated that particular app. Okay, after 3 seconds it terminated that particular app. Perfectly all right, that's good. Now if you see the Appium inspector, this is the form wherein which I wanna deal with this text field. Try something text field. And even at the center portion of the screen, basically, if I say this is the text field and this is what an XPath is. Select this XPath, go to this particular search for an element, update it, and click on a search. Okay, an unknown server side exception. The reason here is this session isn't available. That's the reason we are getting this particular exception. Now, what I need to do is restart it. Why the session isn't available? See, basically, we executed a program with which there was a session established for that program, and this session was lost. That's the reason I'm creating a new session here. Okay, that's the reason I'm creating a new session. And in that particular new session, I'm navigating to the forms manually and I'm clicking on this reload button. So here is the text field I want to deal with. In certain applications, guys, it's tough for us if to select on this particular left hand side particular object. In such a cases, you will be navigating to the source code like this one after another, and then you will try to identify the desired object. As of now, we have this particular text field. So this is what the text field is. It has an XPath. Copy this XPath, come back, change the locator strategy as an XPath and hit this search button. So hit the search button, we were able to identify that, in which I'm entering 123 and hit the send keys. Just check it out. The send keys 123 is being populated, which means this is a valid XPath. Now come back here and we are using driver dot find element. Again we are using an XPath here. This is what the XPath value is. In the send keys, I'm using a Selenium command, Selenium send keys. So guys, there is no change with respect to the commands that we are using. The click and the send keys all are one and the same itself. Okay, I just used this send keys here. Now, perfectly all right. Let me try to run this program and check it out how the script is gonna work out. Run as the Java, this one, the Python program. It's trying to execute it. Let us see how this is gonna work. It's executing the instance. Okay, and it should click on a forms after 3 seconds, and there is a synchronization issue. After clicking on a forms, immediately it's trying to perform this operation where we don't have that object. Hence, for the time being, I have added a thread dot sleep, which is a time dot sleep for 2 seconds. Okay, let me try to run this program. Moving further, we will see how exactly we can add these synchronization commands. But for now, I'm using a sleep itself. Okay, but for now, I'm using this sleep itself. Let us see how this is gonna work. So it should go, click on a forms, wait for a second, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 got entered, and then it will terminate the app. So this is the way how exactly you can deal with this. Okay, this is the way how exactly you can deal with this particular flow, guys. Okay, perfectly all right. Done the deal. As part of the next session, we will continue with the further examples. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.